Hey guys, my name is Moon and welcome back for more Tsukihime, a piece of blue glass moon. So last time, I guess we learned some secrets of the Tono family. Shiki went inside of Makihisa's office and it was quite eerie, honestly. Like doors there with iron bars, with chains, and then Makihisa had a journal there. A lot of stuff was written, but we didn't really finish it, I guess, because Shiki was killed by Goto Saiki and it was a dead end, right? And then afterwards, we also saw, I guess, a couple of scenes as well, like Hisui going into a building near the mansion. But yeah, a lot of secrets for this game. I wish that we can learn them much more faster, right? So anyways, let us continue. Okay, so we are going to be choosing Arcuade for now. Let's see what happens though. Go see Arcuade. I'm glad that Akiha is worried about me, but I can't break my promise with Arcuade.
わかった。今日はおとなしく眠ることにする。
He's lying again. I lower my torso back down on the bed. So, remember a couple episodes back, we lied to Hisui and then we died. We had a dead end. Yeah, this feels like it's gonna be a dead end again.
本当ですか？後になって部屋を抜け出したりするのもなしですよ。
Because we lied, because we lied.
あのな、こんな体でアキハたちの目を盗んで外に出られると思うか？
言われてみればそうですね。
Akiha lowers her shoulders, obviously relieved.
翡翠、琥珀に兄さんが目を覚ましたことを伝えに行って。兄さん、夕食はどうしますか？
いや、食事はちょっと。琥珀さんには悪いけど食べられそうにない。今夜はこのまま眠らせてもらうよ。ああ、でも飲み物くらいなら通るから野菜ジュースとかあったら助かる。
わかりました。翡翠、そう琥珀に伝えてきて。かしこまりました。野菜ジュース、人参、トマト、白菜、キャベツ、赤ピーマン、梅などのミックスを支給。
That's a lot. I'm not familiar with that recipe. Maybe it's a Kohaku special?
では私も退出します。何かありましたら遠慮なく呼んでください。何時だろう。
Sorry. Akiha exits the room, turning off the lights as she goes.
すまない、アキハ。
I whisper as I rouse myself from bed. The light is off, but my vision flickers between black and white. Simply standing up is enough to sap my consciousness away. This is far from my usual anemia. Even so, I have to get to the park. It's her we're talking about. Who knows how many hours she'll waste waiting if I don't. My unsteady steps carry me to my desk. I take my knife from the drawer and put on my jacket.
参ったな。これじゃ本当にアキハたちの目は盗めない。
I need to rest until I can at least run, unless I want to be caught by Hisui and sent back to my room.
なんだ、結局。
I'm going to be even later than yesterday, and our Kuwait will give me another earful, though maybe that won't be so bad. I plop myself onto the floor. 1 hour if I rest for just 1 hour. I should at least be able to walk. I arrive at the park just before midnight. I'm strong enough to shuffle along, but my snail pace added an extra hour to the trip. Shoulders heaving, I do a quick sweep of the area. At the rest area where we usually meet, I spot her, a white silhouette standing starkly against the shadowed park.
やっぱり待ってた。
Arcuade seems to have noticed me. She walks straight to me, her boots tapping against the ground.
今夜も壮大な意地悪。恐れ入るわ。来てくれたからいいけど、2時間もオーバーした理由をたっぷり。
Arcuade cuts herself short the second she sees my face.
ちょっと、どうしたのシキ？
Okay, now you noticed?
顔は真っ青だし、正気も全然感じられないし。もしかして、先に死者探しをしてきちゃった？
どんな冒険野郎だよ、俺は。そんなんじゃなくて、ちょっと貧血気味なんだ。時々こういう風になるから、そう驚かなくていい。それより、ごめんな。2時間も待たせちまって。できるだけ早く来たつもりなんだけど。
うん。私は別に気にしてないけど。さっきまでずっと、なんで遅れてるんだろうって考えていたけど。ほんと、わかんない。そんな体で出てくるなんて変だよ、シキ。
だって、約束だろ。アルクエイドの手伝いをするって言ったんだから、これぐらいじゃサボれない。それにほら、昨日のこともあるし、お前を一人にしていたら、それこそどんな事件が追加されるか。
それは嬉しいけど、後半のは余計だけど。やっぱりおかしい。こんなの、いくらなんでもひどすぎる。
ひどいって、何が？
そういう、全然自分の体を分かってないところ。人間の命は不安定なものだけど、四季はその揺れ幅が大きすぎる。当の四季は、普段からとても死に近いところに立っている。
No, I mean weren't or wasn't Noelle following us last time? So is she following us again this time around? Are we gonna see her again?
それが直視の魔眼の反動か、今日までの運命の対象かはわからないけど、波のように生と死の境界を行き来している。
The thing is, something is happening to Shiki in that mansion. Yeah, for some reason, something is happening to him there. I guess ever since he moved there, it's been like what, a week now, right? More than a week. But ever since he moved back, yeah, this strange things has been happening to him. Because yeah, he didn't mention it happening before, right? It would happen because he would say he was anemic, but now it's kind of like much more worse, I suppose. I don't know. We'll see.
だから、あなたの貧血とやらは、前も大丈夫だったから今回も大丈夫なんていうものじゃない。いい意識。あなたは外的要因の死には抵抗がある。きっと一度、そういった要因の臨死を体験したからでしょうね。けどその反面、内的要因の死には抵抗力がまるでない。 頻繁に貧血で倒れるのは体が行っている防護策なのよ、きっと。人間は内側の異常には気づけないけど、あなたの体はそれを本能的に感知している。これ以上は取り返しがつかなくなるという時、強制的にあなたを休ませようという風に。今の貧血だって本来なら死んでいてもおかしくない男性のはず。覚醒できたのはたまたま運が良かったからと思いなさい。
I wouldn't quite say the scales have fallen from my eyes, but her explanation tracks I nod along. I always thought my anemia as my body doing the equivalent of a forced shutdown on a computer, but I guess you can look at it the opposite way too. As Arcade would have it, my anemia isn't a symptom of my weak constitution. It's more like a breaker tripping before my circuits get completely fried.
なんか大げさな物言いだけど。
But let me get this straight.
つまり、貧血になってる時は、指先一つでコロッと行きやすいってこと？
I think back to every miserable morning this past 7 years.
もう、私は本気で忠告してるの。でも来てくれてありがとう。今夜はもう帰って、ゆっくり体を休めなさい。
Without warning, she draws in close. She must really be worried to approach me so vulnerably. Arcoade's chest presses, okay. I thought it said pressed. Presses against mine before I can pull back. A dizziness wholly unlike the kind I'm used to pervades my mind. I try to ignore it, but right now I'm all too aware of the softness of her chest, of her porcelain skin, of her hair, golden and smoother than silk. Her captivating charms assault my senses.
ごめん、アルクエイド。ちょっと離れてくれ。
何よ、私の言葉は信用できないっていうの？吸血鬼だから？
何今さらそんなこと言ってるんだ。アルクエイドのことを信じないわけがないだろ。
嘘。じゃあなんで視線をそらしているの？
だからあくまで俺の個人的な理由でちょっと離れてほしい。そう近くに来られると俺も男だから困る。
For the time being, I've escaped one of the sources of my dizziness. Two was absolute torture.
とにかくアルクエイドに心配してもらうほどじゃない。だいたい昨日の夜みたいに襲われたら今度こそ殺されるかもしれないんだから、こっちも休んではいられないんだよ。
待って、どういうこと？
だから屋敷に帰るときにって、そうか、まずこれを報告しないと。アルクエイド、俺昨日の夜に死者に襲われた。俺が一人で屋敷に戻るところ待ち構えていたんだと思う。
Arcoade's expression grows stern.
信じられない。どうしてそんな大事なことを忘れていられるのよ、あなたは。
面目ない。でもほら、死ななきゃ安いというか。
バカ！そんなだから心配してるの、私は。
At this point, I can't help it. Each and every day, there's some new stranger thing going on.
まあいいわ。それより詳しい話を聞かせて。
Arcoade stares at me, her fierce gaze demanding an explanation. I calm myself down, try to explain the attack in as much detail as possible. Though I leave out the part about my shrouded assailant being able to see my lines of death, I don't have any conclusive proof, so it could have just been my imagination. I don't know. Who knows, honestly. This game is confusing sometimes.
"というわけなんだけど."
After catching her up, I peek at Arkuei to gauge her reaction. Did he also say about the church? I guess Miss Noel? From start to finish, her eyes remained focused, her brow knit in consternation.
どうなんだ、アルクエイド。真っ黒い死者とシスター服の女はお前の敵なのか？
そうね。両方とも私の敵よ。その死者は何者だか知らないけど、修道服を着た女のことなら見当はつく。シキを助けた奴は私と顔見知りかもしれない。確かにあの女なら私より先に敵を見つけ出せるわ。
I mean, honestly, I think that, yeah, the people from the church are much more faster. Because, yeah, they're investigating Shiki, right? And the Tono family. So I think they already pinpoint where that vampire is. Maybe? I'm not sure. And then for our Kuwait here, the way we're hunting for the vampire is not even in the Tono mansion. It's just around the city, right? They patrol the city. So I think our Kuwait is right here. She could probably find the vampire I'm searching for even faster than me. Arcuade bites her lip in frustration. Her irritation is verging on rage.
アルクエイド、俺を助けてくれたシスターはお前が前に言っていた。
ええ、教会の異端狩りよ。シキを助けた奴はそこで一番厄介な部署の代行者。けどおかしいな。埋葬機関がこんなに早く代行者を送ってくるはずはないんだけど。そんなことより、シキはどうして戦ったりしたの？私に協力してくれるって言ったけど、一人で戦うとは言わなかったわ。
Arcuade turns her glare towards me. Wow, she's actually worried for me.
ああ、もう、すっごく損した気分。私に内緒でそんな楽しそうなことするなんて。活躍のチャンス逃しちゃったじゃない。
Or maybe not.
聞いていいか？さっきまでの深刻な空気はどこに？
I mean, the thing is, last time, right? She left though. She ran. She literally leapt away. Yeah, why is she saying you ditched me? You left because it looks like you were out of control, or you were getting out of control by seeing Shiki bleeding, right?
本気で怒ってるの？せっかくシキと一緒に戦えると思ったのに。
It may not be appropriate right now, but it makes me happy that she feels that way.
あのな、一人でやり合うことになったのは成り行きだよ、成り行き。俺はお前抜きで吸血鬼と戦う気はないんだから。
ふーん。成り行きってどんな？
世間一般で言うところの正義感なのかもしれない。今は少し後悔してる。
正義感？
She tilts her head like I've just spouted gibberish. Ultimately, it probably is. Yesterday made me realize there is no greater high in calling to it all. When it happened, When I saw that silhouette in front of me, all I felt was fear. As I realized how abnormal my opponent was, I was shaken to my core. I then took out my knife and we began our duel to the death. My morality tells me that people shouldn't kill each other. My self-preservation instinct, the desire not to die, isn't helping either. After all, someone else's death isn't inherently relevant to my own. In this life or death situation, cold logic serves me best. Sorry. If I kill him, I'll survive. If I don't, I'm dead. It's a conclusion to end all conclusions. Motivation and certainty are all that can drive me now.
Yeah, なんでもない。ほら、一段落ついたところで始めようぜ。せっかく来たんだから、街を徘徊してる死者の一人でも見つけ出さないと、もったいない。
本気で怒るわよ、シキ。それとこれは話が別。ちゃんと休んでって言ったでしょ。死者の食堂もあらかた片付けたところだし、今夜は様子を見て明日に備えましょう。
Arcoade's grim expression leaves no room for rebuttal. When she says it that firmly, I've got no choice but to agree with her. What is the name of this, Where are we, by the way? Go see Arcoade. Okay. That's it. It's not like I'd be able to search for vampires alone in the first place.
わかった。アルクエイドがそこまで言うんなら、今夜はおとなしく休む。
素直でよろしい。
Okay, he's gonna die when he goes back. You wanna bet? Anyone wanna bet?
シキは夕べ襲われただけじゃなくて、そんなに体が弱っているんだもの。今晩はぐっすり眠って、明日までにはいつもの式に戻ってもらわないと、私が困るわ。
But honestly, Arcoade should at least go with him, at least until the gate.
ああ、そうか。協力者が足手まといになってたら話にならない。オッケー。明日までには体力を回復させておく。
そういう意味じゃないんだけどな。
Arcoade seems dissatisfied. I don't know if I'll ever understand how she thinks.
じゃあ、屋敷に戻るよ。また明日な、アルクエイド。
I wave as I turn to leave.
ねえ、シキ。
I turn back to face her.
なんだよ。まだ何かあるのか？
どうしてもって言うならなんだけど。
Okay, please go with him.
私、送っていこうか？
Okay, if Shiki says no, he's gonna die. Arcoade averts her gaze, her voice unsure. I mean, she's just kinda shy, I guess. 800-year-old vampire, kinda shy, asking someone to walk with him. Oh, yeah, it seems that after what happened last night, she's concerned for me in her own way. Knowing that the offer doesn't sound too bad, and yet...
いや、やめとく。屋敷の周りでお前といるところを誰かに見られたら、それこそ明日の朝が怖い。
Okay, this boy is not gonna see tomorrow.
大丈夫。もう一人で歩けるし。こんなの、お前が心配する筋合いでもないしな。
For the slightest moment, Arcoade casts her eyes downward before looking up again.
それじゃ、また明日ね。
The vampire in white waves goodbye before vanishing into the night. Okay. But how is he gonna die though? If he doesn't die... Oh wait. Wait, ended the chapter though. He didn't die. Okay. Waning moon? Okay, I think I was wrong, I guess. What? Malfunction. Load threshold exceeded. A broken vessel cannot be mended. Broken tableware serves no use. It's unsightly. So it's better hidden at the back of the shelf. I dreamed of the moon. I don't remember where I was or why I was looking at it. Maybe I didn't want to look at anything else, and when I glanced up at the night sky, the moon was the only thing there. We love moons. My spine creaks. A midwinter chill courses through my veins. Alone in the darkness, dizziness takes over me. Above me sits the moon, dizzying, blinding, enchanting. How strange. Instead of suffocating me, this cruel cold feels oddly comforting in its familiarity.
シキ様、
Hisui's voice filters through the early morning light.
シキ様、お目覚めの時間です。
Her monotonous voice brings me back to my senses. Terrible things flood my vision the moment I open my eyes. It feels like a bullet blasting through my brain. I've only just woke up and I already feel like I might pass out. I fumble for my glasses, rushing to put them on before my vertigo gets any worse.
シキ様、ご気分が優れないのですか？
いや、昨日の疲れがまだ残ってるだけ。すぐに良くなるから、心配は無用だよ。
Giving my head a light shake, I banish those awful lines from my memory. This is the price I have to pay for keeping my words orcoade. But damn if my senses aren't feeling dull today.
おはよう、翡翠。今朝も起こしに来てくれてありがとう。
Pushing myself to sit up straight, I smile as naturally as I can.
いえ、これが私の仕事ですから。シキ様に感謝されるほどのことではありません。
そうかな。俺はすごくありがたいけど、目覚まし時計の音なんかより何倍もあったかい感じがする。
And it's all thanks to her that I could wake up again today. I get out of bed. It's a little before 7. I'm up about 10 minutes earlier than usual.
朝食だろ。すぐに行くから先に行ってていいよ。
はい。それでは食堂でお待ちしております。
Hisui gives me her usual bow, or small bow, and quietly leaves the room. Or not.
シキ様。
ん？他に何か伝言とか？
いいえ、何でもありません。どうか今日一日、健やかにお過ごしください。
With that, Hisui leaves the room. Now then, my body might not be in top shape, but it's not like I feel bad enough to call in sick. I'm sure I'll feel fine after I have some of Kohaku's homemade breakfast. When I get to the parlor, I find Akiha seated in the sofa and Hisui standing by the wall.
おはようございます、兄さん。昨夜はゆっくり休まれましたか？
ああ、おはよう、アキハ。
There's a certain bounce to her voice, betraying an out-of-character cheerfulness. A good mood is indicative of good mental health, so I'm happy to see it, but something's weird here.
どうしたんだよ。制服に着替えなくていいのか？
ええ。本日は自主休校とさせていただきました。屋敷の方でやることができましたので。兄さんはいつも通り学校ですか？どうぞ、気ままな学生気分を堪能してきてください。
I could see she's in a good mood, but she also seems strangely excited.
それにしても、今朝は顔色がいいんですね。やっぱり、昨夜ゆっくり休んでくれたからですか？
まあな。今朝は起きるのも早かったし。
それならもう心配する必要はないですね。兄さんが言うことを聞いてくれる人でよかった。
Ouch. Right in the guilt. Keeping my word to arc away, it came at the cost of betraying Akiha. The fact that I came back without exhausting myself doesn't change the fact that I lied to her. I'd better make a quick retreat before I do anything to give away how tired I am.
食堂で朝食をもらってくる。食べたら学校に行くから、俺のことは気にしなくていいぞ。
わかりました。でも、まだ何かあるようでしたら、遠慮なく立ち寄ってください。あと少しだけ、ここで待っていますから。
Breakfast ought to put some energy back into my tired limbs. Hiding my less than ideal condition from Akiha, I head for the dining room. Okay. Seemingly normal morning, I guess. As soon as I finish breakfast, I leave for school. It was overly optimistic to think that breakfast would make me feel better, especially since I've never been able to eat much in the morning to begin with. My appetite was gone from the start. As a result, it took me more than 30 minutes to finish eating, a long time for a growing student.
今朝は適切なお食事を用意せず、申し訳ありませんでした。明日こそは必ず、四季さんの目に星が散るような朝食をご用意しますから。
Kohaku clutches her hand in front of her chest in a show of fierce determination. For once, it's her who's sending me off instead of Hisui. I guess it's because she doesn't have to accompany Akiha today.
いえ、こっちこそ食が細くてごめんなさい。いつもご迷惑をおかけします。
Kohaku stares at me in silence. For just a moment, her perfectly unchanging eyes remind me of a machine.
琥珀さん、俺の顔何かついてます？
いえ、そういうわけではないのですが、四季さんのお顔の色が優れないので。
A pang of dread hits me. Akiha didn't notice anything, but do I actually look that bad?
やっぱりお止めするべきですよね。明葉様もいらっしゃいますし、四季さんも今日は学校をお休みになられては？
ああ、いや、大丈夫。 少し体が重いだけ。昨日のことで心配するのはわかるけど、行けるときは学校に行っておきたいし。
もう、そんな優しい顔で言われては、お咎めもできません。でも、本当に無理は禁物ですよ。
ですね。今日は早めに帰ってきて休みますから、それで多めに見てください。
はい。お帰り、お待ちしています。
Kohaku sees me off with a smile. It's not that I'm trying to give truth to my lies, but I do think I'll head right home after class is finished. That'll give me some time to rest as well as the opportunity to reassure Akiha and the others that I'm fine before meeting Arcuade. Okay, school time. I'm on my way to school. My limbs still feel as stiff as I descend the hill, like I'm wearing someone else's body. I expected this feeling to have passed by now, but I've had no such luck. It still feels like I'm dragging myself through a swamp. I get to the classroom. Is Arihiko in here? Yumizuka gone? Gone forever? We're in the middle of the second period. The teachers scolds me for my lateness as I tee my seat. What is tee? I don't know. Sitting down, I can finally... It's lunch now. Arihiko is absent, which isn't unusual, but there's another empty seat that draws my attention. Yumizuka's. Yeah, she's been gone for a week now. She's probably absent due to a cold or some perfectly normal reason. Honestly, I think Yumizuka is a victim. Yeah. And they're not even explaining it. No one is even worried about her, right? It's kind of sad because if I remember correctly, she was like helping people in her class and stuff. And now no one is even looking for her or talking about her. Like, oh, Yumizuka's not here for a week. What happened? No one even is saying that, right? Now, what should I do for lunch today? Eat. Right, if I don't eat, I won't get any better. Except I don't have any appetite at all. Not because I feel sick, but more because I feel like it's a lost ability to function. So there's no need for me to eat, no reason for me to rise from the chair, no energy to expand standing, and no excess to waste. The strangest thing, I accept my new condition without a moment's hesitation. Class is in session. Which class is this? I can't remember. What do we have for 5th period? I see the blackboard, I hear the teacher's voice, but none of it makes sense. The universe and everything within it have become incomprehensible. The letters on the board blur together like the smears of paint being washed away. Oh yeah, look at that. I don't feel so good, Mr. Stark. The entire classroom has tilted. My sense of balance abandons me. It's like tumbling down a hill. I try to cling to something for dear life, but this world is smooth, featureless. My consciousness slips and twists. I fall from the chair, unable to resist. Like a dropped bowling ball, I hit the floor with a hard, heavy, ugly noise. One of the girls screams. I vaguely register the quickened footsteps of the teacher approaching me. Am I no longer conscious, but from somewhere off to the side, I calmly watch the aftermath of my fall. After that, things play out the same way they always do. I passed out from anemia, so I'm carried to the nurse's office, which is where I slumber in one of the beds until I feel better. But by the time it hits 7 in the evening, I'm still running a 38-degree fever, so the school nurse contacts a Tono mansion to arrange a pickup. It doesn't take long for someone to arrive. Like a shot from a movie, a luxurious black car rolls into the school's parking lot and slows to a halt. The car transports me not to the hospital but back to the mansion. That makes sense. It's only a fever. My body is heavy, but I'm still fully conscious. What is happening yet again? The black car drives through the night-filled city, apathetic to the mundanity of the world around it. It's just me and the chauffeur. You guys got a chauffeur now? They haven't spoken a word. Shikitono's seat's in the back, fastened in place by his seatbelt. The air is stifling in and outside of the car. This feels more like a hearse, huh? I think of a joke, but I stopped myself from saying it. Okay, we're actually back. No, I was thinking like, oh, maybe we're getting kidnapped. The old mansion comes into view once you cross through the arch of the dark trees. I sigh. A combination of wonder and resignation. The mansion still looks just like it did 7 years ago. Every decent castle has a dungeon built into it. A place to keep fearsome things, evil things, things that deviate from the norm. All that must be quarantined from the rest of the world. They don't show her face
お
now.
話は聞いております。すぐにベッドまでお連れしますので、それまでもうしばらくご辛抱を。
The maid greets me in the lobby. I just managed to make it through the front door, but my knees give out soon after and almost collapse onto the carpet.
危ない。失礼しました。どうぞこちらに。まだ熱があるのですね。遠慮なさらず、私の肩をお使いください。
The servant manages to catch Shikitono just before he falls and now offers her shoulder to lean on. It's fine, I can still walk at least. Thanks though. I know how much you hate being touched. I replied to her with all the strength I can muster.
確かに苦手です。ですが、今はシキ様の手当てを優先させていただきます。秋葉様や姉には黙っていますので、どうかお体を私にお預けください。シキ様が病気がちなのは、シキ様のせいではありません。人間、誰だって頼りたいし、頼られたいものなのですから。
She softly squeezes my cold hands. Alright, if you insist. Obediently, I follow the gentle voice's instructions. In me, there exists a desire to be relied on and rely on others. To be protected and to protect. To be given life and to give life. It all makes sense now. While they may have the opposing directions, they don't contradict one another in the slightest. They encompass cravings we all simultaneously yearn for. This is so weird,
階段を
man.
登りますのでご注意のほどを。
The maid guides me by hand. Every step causes my surroundings to flicker as I teeter back and forth through existence. So consumed by this haze, I let her lead the way. This isn't right. We're going the wrong direction. We're headed for the east wing, the place where Shikitono is not permitted to tread. Up ahead lies. This is the wrong way. Shikitono's voice echoes through the hall. Wait, why is he not talking though? What? Is it muted or what? I don't know. I mean, we have sound here. The maid doesn't reply. It isn't just her voice that's missing. The gentle touch of her hands and the familiar presence of her uniform are nowhere to be found. What? I force my unsettled mind to take note of my surroundings. There's no one in the hallway. There's no sound. I can hardly feel anything. And now that I'm actually looking, there's no entrance or exit. Like unwanted junk that no longer serves any purpose. I've been left to gather dust at the back of a massive drawer. I collapse like a building shaken from its foundation. Shikitono must have invited the ire of whatever was keeping him alive. The ground feels like a soft cushion, or perhaps a hard tatami mat woven from grass. As I've lost all sensation in my skin, I won't know the answer until the next time I wake up. It all ends with no explanation. Though the truth remains hidden, the curtain still falls. An abrupt conclusion perfectly suited to Shikitono. This is so weird, man. It's like Shiki's drugged for some reason, and then yeah, ended like that. What? The end. Dead end. I don't know. That was something. Okay, what is CL gonna say to us?
Hmm? 普通に10日目が始まったと思ったら普通に学校に行って普通にエンドになったよ。
Yeah, perfectly normal day, huh?
これどうなってんのシエル。エラこの席作ってないのかにゃ。どう考えても悪い選択はしてにゃいしな。妹との約束を破った？でも金髪美少女との約束の方が大事っしょ。これこそ正解ルートのはずにゃんだけど、なぜ？
何を言っているんですか。明葉さんがあれほど心配していたのに出かけてしまうなんて、お兄さん失格です。今まで何度も倒れてきた遠野くんですが、この日の体調不良は特別なものです。半日は休んでいないと回復しない不調ですから、しっかり休んでくださいね。もちろんアルクエイドとの待ち合わせは全然無視して OK です。所詮口約束なので法的強制力もなければ違約金も発生しませんしね。
そういう問題じゃにゃいんだけどね。心と心の問題にゃんだけどね。でもそういった心のすれ違いが次のロマンスを生み出すのよね。感じる感じる。すぐ近くにデートイベントの気配を感じる。あ、シエルにはないんだっけデートイベント。ソーリー、恵まれすぎてソーリー。
の分こちらは夜だけでなく、学校で長時間過ごさせていただいているので、お気になさらず。遠野くんとのトーク時間は当社比4対6で私の方が上ですので。
はあ、どうせ長ったらしい教会の設定語りでしょ。
吸血鬼社会の説明よりはよっぽど短いですよ。基本的には頼れる先輩と迷える後輩の清らかな男女交際トークです。
学校なら私も行ったし。
不法侵入とかあなたらしいですけどね。
I mean, she actually did though.
戦闘ドレス等々着替えもあるし。
あのブローブに即落ちした。出だしだけは良かったですね。
よしげ
I actually want to see them together in the story. Actually, yeah, R Kuwait and CL.
しゃ。
Yeah, I want to see them in the story itself. But I guess that's gonna take time, right? We'll see. Okay, so let's take a break here for now. And what was happening there, man? Like, it just turned weird after Shiki woke up in day 10, and then yeah, it's just weird, right? And then it ended like that. Dead end, finished. So I guess we're gonna have to go back. Yeah, the last choices are, I think, is with Akia. So yeah, we gotta go there. So it's always like that. Whenever we lie, it always ends up in a dead end. We lied with Hisui, dead end. We lied to Akia, dead end. It's always like that. Yeah. But I guess it's okay to choose the lies for sure, because yeah, we can see dead ends. Like, even though how weird it is this time around, at least we saw that, right? But I think the best dead end so far, at least based on, I guess, the mystery, is when we went inside Makihisa's office. Yeah, that dead end was pretty good, because we kind of learned, like, oh, this Tono family is not what it seems, right? There's some hidden stuff that they're hiding, and we need to learn that. We want to learn that. But anyways, we're gonna continue this and do more of Tsukihime, A Piece of Blue Glass Moon, in the next one. So I'll just see you then, guys. Bye bye.